What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Ghost in the Shell. This time with episode 4, I believe. Yep, episode 4. That was a phenomenal episode last time. I absolutely loved it. Especially the Fuchikoma segment in the middle. Love that stuff. Absolutely adore it. Hopefully we get more of those comedic sequences as we go on. But the first half was brilliant, ending off the last arc. Some really nice action sequences there. The end of the episode was quite fun as well, and quite thought-provoking. To finish off, which yeah, it was quite scary. I've mentioned multiple times I'd be very hesitant to want to live in this universe, have a brain that could be so easily like invaded, and yeah, but just a phenomenal episode last week. Maybe my favorite episode, probably my favorite episode yet, I'd say, because every part of it was like something different and awesome. Action awesomeness, sci-fi comedy, and then like philosophical kind of, yeah, and a nice mix of everything last week. As usual, no idea what to expect today. Ain't no way those legs are holding up that guy. Hey, yo. Oh, shit. I just got blasted. That girl just turned feral. Ah. She thought I was that gross. Oh, yeah, that kind of reminds me of Obsession. You guys seen that movie? I think a lot of you probably would have by now. Kind of reminds me of like slight spoiler if you haven't. Not really a massive deal, but when the main character says like, "You really wouldn't like to date me that much," like towards the end, and it's just like, you really have the fucking goal to ask that at this point in the story. But yeah, what was that? She's some kind of like virus or kind of glitch and feral. To be honest, I wouldn't like the idea of wiping this guy's sweat either. Definitely more than that to this though, wasn't there? See, is that not like kind of sad? Like it was a really awesome setting, like really tranquil and chill, and then you just back into some random room, just some white room. You don't get a bit depressed knowing that there wasn't actually like real. I guess it was real in your head. It's kind of the same argument I have for like people that like fan service of questionable stuff. It's like it's not real, but it's real in your head. So yeah, big argument there. Quite a big topic. Probably shouldn't get too much into here. But just the disparity between the two settings of going from that to random white room. So we do see one of these feral things in the open, don't we? I'm going to assume it's that a virus. That's the one we see in the opening, and the guy we see in the briefing there. And even like the small details around the show are absolutely phenomenal. Oh shit, we just got doom-fisted. This guy's been having a rough time of jobs recently, to be fair to him. He's had having a rough time. He didn't get too much goodness last episode, did he? Bless him. We just sent him on a real action-packed, like, super mission or something. The Shell Squad. The bros take the absolute piss out of him. I'm surprised they didn't do anything. I'm surprised they took that on the chin. They definitely heard him. Bloody Shell Squad. Hmm. They're getting fed up, are they? Self-terminating, and then some of them turn into these. I say some. Fucking hell. That's a lot. Not really gross. Don't know if I'm being disrespectful here, but a used up sex doll chucked on the streets, then going feral. Thought of that is pretty gross, right? Somebody's used sex doll coming after you that's gone crazy like this. Like, I'm not sure there's much worse I could think of. Like, again, this universe is fucked up. I wouldn't want to use. I was about to say dumpster. But yeah, someone's used up, discard. Like, yeah. I mean, it's really interesting, isn't it? Because clearly there must. I mean, we do see. Yeah, this one's got like tattoo saying love on their arm. Um, Clearly, like they've got must have some kind of feelings or emotion or something to feel discarded. I mean, they're programmed for this thing, and to no longer be able to do that thing, like I don't know. It doesn't. I guess it. You don't need to have emotion to end up like this because, as I just said, you could just by not being able to do the thing you're programmed to do. What else do you do? But clearly, like there must be some kind of like thought about like I don't know. It's a really interesting scenario that they would turn themselves into this because of that. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's really sad. You'd think the thing to do would be to not dump them on the street, but to send them back or to I don't know if it sounds bad, but to like recycle them. I don't know. Just chuck them out with no purpose. But yeah, really interesting situation. This isn't it? Following out of the spirit. I don't think I agree with that. I feel like you should maybe change their purpose, or again recycle them to a different purpose or something once they're done with. But not just suck it up. I mean, you should just program them to suck it up. Wedgie, a wedgie. The girls in this show love their wedgies, don't they? Like this goes beyond just wearing a thong. These are big old wedgies. Do we have to censor that? The shape on this guy is crazy. Red demon. Yeah, there's clearly stuff we need to address here, isn't there? Oh, that was way too quick. Well, that's interesting. Did this robot write that within herself, or SOS? There it is. So is that like? I mean, that clearly not just a coincidence. Did she write that within herself? It seems like that'd be pretty hard to do, but I'm pretty sure what these are capable of. I like this a lot though. This is a really cool shot. It's a bit of a shame it was literally a split second. Like, look how much detail and awesomeness is in this shot. Like, you got the mechanical kind of horror. We got like a ripped off like face. Like, I love this stuff. I love these kind of mechanical human hybrid kind of horrors. I said it before, but it's kind of like Alien, like the Alien franchise, which the original Alien, one of my favorite movies of all time. Aliens is one of my favorite movies as well, but the original Alien especially one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. So yeah, I love this kind of like stuff. I can't believe they put that, like, again, just the, I said earlier about the scene, the intro, just the surrounding details as well in the show, just incredible. Spent longer on that shot. That makes no sense to me. Show off your great work. So yeah, as expected, it wasn't actually them that put the message in their own head. Link and Adam. Link and Adam. Don't know why. They feel like a pretty scary entity. Oh dear. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you're finally getting your wish, bro. Finally, Bato, is it? You're finally getting some good action. So do I. They always had a bit of fun. Oh, it's pre-firing. It's cheating. Oh, there is one. Hello. Hey, good job, you. Hey, saved your ass. Give you a little pet. Who was it then? Orchard by the dentist. That sounds terrible. Again, by a passing second, this place is just worse and worse. Orchard by the fucking dentist. Jesus. What you doing, newbie? There are Link and Adam. Oh, gonna smack a girl like that? Fucking hell. He's fighting like a puppet. Fucked up way of fighting. Ghost dubbing. What does that mean? pause and try and understand this ghost dubbing. Dubbing. Hmm. Make bulk copies of info degraded ghosts. Not really sure what that means exactly. Info degraded ghosts. I mean, ghosts are like I think the chip or the brain or whatever of humans that they use to put inside the bodies. So like the soul, personality, the brain of the person. Um, info degraded. Pretty sure what it means by that. So like ghosts that don't have much of their memories, or like they are like souls and personalities, but they don't have any knowledge of anything prior to them being implanted in something. Oh, copies of info degraded ghosts. So maybe ghosts that have maybe newer born ghosts, ghosts that have less memories, so they're easier to copy. And this thing makes a bulk amount of copies of that same personality or person or whatever. But the tech was banned because the original dies. Ah, so you can copy somebody's ghost. The original has to die, but then you can make 100 of that same ghost, but without their memories, I assume. Okay. Again, I'm just assuming here, based on the wording. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm glad that's banned. That doesn't seem like a very good thing. Sounds like that sounds like a pretty horrifying thing, as usual with this show, as usual. So they're copying the kids. Jesus Christ, that is one fucked up thing. Person. To be honest with you, two deaths doesn't seem like a yeah, doesn't seem like a majorly bad payoff. 20. Good work, you. Yeah, he's in some kind of detective show. Yeah. But yeah, that was horrific. Because that a kid right there with his like brain swelled up and that's fucked up. Okay, don't ruin your engine, guy. We were thinking of the fucking engine in this situation. His face. Good Bato's smile right there. I can't believe the president is just this fucking box. What is that? Sludge. A Jameson type. Is that what they call them, eh? Oh, not much intervention needed here, really, was that? Nice. Definitely the ghost. So the reason they went berserk is they were slightly programmed to. I think they said they had the SOS written in them. Like they were kind of designed to be like a message for the police or whoever. Um, but part of it was also due to them not being exactly a robot. They were like these unfortunate children's kind of ghost, kind of screaming out as well as them kind of being programmed to eventually. That is really fucked up, really, isn't it? Really fucked up that you can be put into like a near robot state. Um, but yeah, I wonder how. I hope they didn't like get away with this for that long. Cause state that kid that we saw in tied up there with that shit in his brain and looking like an amalgamation. Yeah, well, glad we put an end to that. Very glad we put an end to that. In what way do you mean that? Disgraced. Disgrace. Damn. Damn. I mean, fucking hell, this is. I can't imagine this. I mean, I imagine this was a bit of a thing when this source material was released, but is this not even more of a thing? Like as time goes on with the algorithms of like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that, just end up prioritizing work and making money for our whole lives and working for 50 years just to retire for 10 years at the end of our lives and to work for the corporate machine, or we end up becoming bots that are just simply just watch things on our phones and on our computers for hours and hours on end that just consume media. Like fucking hell, there's some deep there's some deep shit right now. And again, it's only gotten even more appropriate as time goes on. Like this here seems ahead of its time, which is funny because considering this is actually set in 3 years' time, I believe. So, um, yeah, fair play to the creator of this. Wow. Get caught up in the rat race and focus only on pleasure. Or end up as machines that pursue efficiency, their workspace. The unit just consumes. Damn. Holy crap. Real, bro. True. England, Igalisu. I wonder what that. I bet. Oh, fucking. That's where I live. I bet that looks like a shithole. I bet that's turned to an absolute shithole. Um, because I mean, Japan has always been seen as like a pretty technologically advanced. Here in the UK, I mean, I'm not really sure. I guess we're like reasonably like technologically advanced, but I wouldn't say we're one of like the leading countries or anything in that regard. So I can only imagine might have reverted back to like the olden times. Actually, the UK, I imagine it might be an industrial place. Um, but yeah, we'll see. That should be pretty cool to see. But yeah, again, this bringing back the philosophical side of things at the end here, like some really interesting points he brings up here. We're gonna be there for 2 months. Special training with the SAS. Again, I hope we get to see the state of England. I'd quite like to see what it's looking like. Igalisu. Yeah, great episode. Great episode. Really enjoyed it. Again, some this one maybe being one of the most interesting in regards to the kind of themes and ethics and philosophical stuff, for lack of any better term. Batto got his share as well today, bless him. I mean, to be fair, actually, looking back, there was an awful lot for him to do, but at least he had more action than usual. I loved that smile he had in the car on the way to the rest of these guys on the boat. Again, just the little details, just really adding up in the show. Prometheus. Okay. Next episode, Phantom Fund. That sounds like a good thing. Okay, who's hmm. Oh, he's got the who's this artist then? I somewhat reckon this kind of looks a bit like Spy Family kind of style, but I can't imagine. I don't know. Tetsuya Nishio. It's got like a kind of Spy Family type of color and Major especially kind of looks a little bit like your um what work has Tetsuya Nishio done then? Um, the oh, he's worked on Ghost in the Shell before. I'm not sure what it is that gives me like Spy Family vibes here. Maybe he worked on the Spy Family anime. Who knows? Um, yeah, he worked on Ghost in the Shell, Kaiju number 8, which I'm not a massive fan of that show to be honest with you. It's all right. It just seems like a very had much more potential then. Yeah, he worked on the Cowboy Bebop movie, Evangelion movies. Um, yeah, he's worked on a few of the newer Evangelion movies. Naruto Shippuden, Persona 5. Wow. Lots of Ghost in the Shell, more kind of 2010 movies he's worked on here. The original, wow, he worked on 220 episodes of the original Naruto. But standalone complex. Yeah, he's worked a lot on the Ghost in the Shell series. Nothing about Spy Family here. I don't know why it looks like Spy Family. Like, do you guys get that? Fully Cully, which I haven't watched, but I know it's a bit of a classic. We worked on Yu Yu Hakusho, which is on my plan to watch list in the near future. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It just gives me Spy Family vibes, honestly. But really nice artwork. But yeah, as I said, another amazing episode today. Love the kind of horrific aspect to this, and yeah, it was more. It was less so the horror of the actual robots, and more so what kind of led to these robots being like this was more the horror than the actual robots themselves, wasn't it? Like seeing the kid all like tied up and like this was fucked up. Like look at the state of him. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Kind of makes you feel a bit sick. But yeah, it was a phenomenal episode. Again, love the themes of today's episode. And the horror was there. We had some nice funny moments as well. But I'm kind of hoping we expand on this even further because it seems like there's even more potential to this kind of storyline, honestly, especially with like the girls and such. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section. Awesome episode yet again. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 5.